Hey, family, welcome to the Hype Man channel. You came to be motivated, we came to take you there. So let's grow better, be better, do better. Yes, sir!
Good.
How you guys doing? Hey, before we get started, you know I'm about to say like, subscribe, share, do all the above, and make sure you ring the bell. We coming through y'all every week at 7 p.m. Talk to me, coach. What's coming on you? What's on your plate this week?
Man, Money, it's good to see you, sir. It's good to be speaking with you. Good to be back in the house. You know, we already just got back from Tuscaloosa.
Yes.
Really enjoyed ourselves, man. It was like the trip of a lifetime. You know, me and mom,
Yes.
when we are on the way back, we always get these real big revelations. And man,
Mm.
I don't know how we're gonna dive at this, whether I was gonna talk about that revelation or the topic that just joined on me that was just on my heart. But let's start from what was on my heart, man, about how to stay in the game when you don't feel up to it.
Yeah.
How to stay in the game, how to stay live, how to stay on top of it when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to talk about because there's plenty of times when I don't get up feeling like, doing my morning routine, something
Mm.
that has gotten me to where I am today. And I began to start letting little things small things to creep in, you know,
Yes.
regarding what I eat, when I eat, how I eat, you know, because we realize that when we allow those little things to creep in, that's when we start uh, realizing it affects the way we feel.
Yes.
And then when we realize it affects the way we feel, it starts affecting our thinking and what we do. Usually it starts with our thinking.
Yeah.
And then that thinking comes down and starts working on how we feel. And then when the
Mm.
feeling with us starts to adjust, it starts affecting our motivation and how we execute and how we do or what we
Yes.
do. And that's why it's just so good to just be motivated by the legacy we want to leave. What is our overall intention?
Yes.
You know, and we know that our intention is influenced by our purpose or by our why, and that's
Yes.
why we always want to start from a gut, or not really a gut, but from what's actually motivating. What is our particular why of why we do what we do? Why do we do the hype man? We already know that the hype man was born out of something that was near and dear to our heart, and that
Yes.
was to encourage individuals on growing better, being better, and doing better. Because that was
Exactly.
just actually came from my essence, always
Exactly.
being hype, always encouraging and sharing, good things. But sometimes we have to, but we just have to realize that it comes at a cost
Yes.
of being uncomfortable,
Mm.
you
Yes.
know, and realizing at the end of the day, when it's not always about us, you know, it's always about us. But in essence, if we're looking to leave a mark or an impact, that's going to cause us to be uncomfortable and to do things that we don't want to do when we need to do it, like recording this video or like getting up in the morning and having that moment, that peaceful moment to ourselves. You know, when you skip one day, why not skip another day?
Yep.
You know, I realize that a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but sometimes when I don't feel up to it, I might, say, okay, today is not the day that I'm going to actually make it out of bed, because it was just a rough night, you
Yep.
know. But that's my motivation to make sure that I'm up the next day,
Exactly.
for whatever reason, because I don't get up in the morning, to impress anybody. I don't get up in the morning because it's just a morning routine. I get up because I realize that now is necessary.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
necessary. It's necessary for me to breathe. I don't question my breathing.
Exactly. Exactly.
It happens. It's involuntary. It's something that is going to happen whether I want it to or not. But I realize that a lot of the success that I have in my life from the examples that my father and mentors and people who've set in my life is that you know you gotta get down in order to get up.
Yeah.
You gotta get down in order to get up, and that means you have to be about to get down. You have to be about the sacrifice, and I think what you and I was talking about is about just the little bits.
Yes.
Just a little bit. I'd like you to speak a little bit about how, because you were saying you were having some really good things to say as it relates, and I want you to kind of just share with our audience about what keeps you going and how you institute just a little bit, the little by little that you do in order to maintain your focus, to maintain your zest and your thirst,
Yes.
for and your hunger, for what it is that you said, this is what I'm called to do, you
Exactly.
know, and it don't feel like it, and it ain't really, happening the way I planned, but because of my why and because I've committed to this thing, and I just realized that this is what it is that I need to be doing because it's just a part of my essence. What keeps you going on, and how do you keep staying motivated?
Well, when it for me in my personal life right now, I found myself lapsing back a little bit in older habits. Late night snacking. You know what I'm saying? Staying in bed a little longer than I usually do. You know what I'm saying? Like the little things that they don't hurt, but they have the potential to trickle down into other bad habits. For me, how I stay motivated, shout out to coach, and I'm also give credit to Jim Quick when it comes to the head, heart, hands mentality. You feel me? You have an idea, you have a dream in your mind, you feel me? That's in your soul, your being, something you really want to do. You think about it, you, you walk out the steps. And then for most people, it goes from head to hands, and they just go run out the door and try to do it. They get out there, it's great the first time, and they're looking like, something doesn't feel right. And they go back to the drawing board, and they keep just nailing it at the head, do all this planning, but they skipped what the coach brought up, the why, the heart. They skipped the why, which is like, why do I actually want to do that? For me, why did I want to be independently employed? Why did I want to be an entrepreneur? Why did I want to be a bass player? Why? That why will take it from the head to the heart and then give your hands motivation.
Teach.
Motivation, and I give credit where credit due. This is Jim Quick's words from the book Limitless. Motivation is a verb, not a noun.
Mm,
It's something you do every
yes.
day. You have to motivate yourself, not through just the act of saying, I'm gonna be motivated. No, question. Be like, why am I getting up today? You feel me? Yes, you're thankful. You are thankful to God that you get to wake up this morning. Yes, you got to pay the bills because you got a wife and kids. Yes, you got to pay the bills for yourself. But why am I getting up today? What really makes my heart move today? What excites me about waking up today? So that's what motivates me. And then when it comes to the little bits, for me in my personal life, when I found like, for example, when I found myself getting back into the late night snacking, which is fun. Attack on Titan. I don't know any of my anime watchers are out there. Attack on Titan got the new season going. So you wake up, it'd be Sunday night, going
Yes,
to Monday. You might like,
yes.
just watch one next episode. Netflix, you feel me get a little bit going.
Mhm,
Amazon Prime, I just watched The Boys, amazing show. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? All these great shows and stuff. I'm done on my work there. I'm just chill out.
mhm.
Then it hits like 1:30. And like, I'm kind of hungry. hungry. You see main character eating a donut. You're like, oh, that would be nice. I got some donuts in the fridge. Or, you got some juice out. When parents hooked me up with some juice, I'm drinking water all the time. They gave you a little treat. Juicy. And you got all these treats and everything that usually it's fine when you within pacing yourself. But then you find yourself getting up just to drink a little bit. Then you eat a sandwich, and then I might as well drink a second Gatorade, and then oh man, I'm already eating. I'm got to get machine going. I eat something healthy. I even throw in a banana because I say ate something healthy. In addition to have a sandwich, a banana, and some juice. Now I'm also gonna throw in like a sweet, a donut, a cookie, something like that.
Talk about it.
You having a full course meal at 1:30 in the morning. And then you wake up all groggy and stuff, and you're like, why is this? Oh man. And it's not like you're hurting. It's just that level of like, you make it that much more uncomfortable to get up. So what I did for myself is I said, okay, I could be Sergeant Militant and say, all right, stop eating at 8 p.m. I'll only eat between 12 and 8 p.m. Intermittent fasting. Great thing. Amazing. However, I said, no. I have enough things in my life I don't want to do. My rule is for myself. There's always going to be things in life you don't want to do. Do not add anything to your, life is already going to give you enough things that you don't want to do. Don't add anything to your plate that you don't want to do. So how about I set a realistic goal that's so simple, I don't even have to think about it. Can't eat past 10 p.m. Simple. What I ended up finding though when I was out the next day and I said, I'm not going to eat past 10 p.m., it was like, I found that when I drove past the McDonald's and the Popeyes and the Chick-fil-A's, I didn't want to eat it because I knew that if I ate it, it wouldn't satisfy me. It would just fill me up. And then at 9:30, 10, 11, I would be hungry again. So I said, I'm going to just go home and make a nicely sized full meal that's actually going to fill me up so I don't get hungry again later.
Teach.
And I never knew. And like in the moment, I'm like, whoa, did I just like I have a budget for fast food eating. So it's like, I don't overdo it. But did I just create a new why for me to care about my health?
Wow.
Through by setting in a realistic small goal of just don't eat past 10 p.m. That alone for me, coach, was that the crux of realizing the smallest thing can cascade into your abundance.
Man, that's amazing. Because we outdo ourselves when we jump from doing 10 push-ups to want to do 50 push-ups. I mean, we just rob ourselves of a lot of victory because we overdo it sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with being hyped. This is the Hype Man channel.
Exactly.
You gotta be hyped. Hype Man. But there is a method to the madness. So how has that been working for you? What other things, has that opened any other doors for you?
Yes, it actually has. It showed me the power of just going 1 inch. I know I'm not alone with this when it comes to everyone has that goal, that dream. But however, once you realize, you do a little research, you realize how big that elephant is. I remember my father told me when I was a kid, hey, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You know what I'm saying? And so realizing don't even think about trying to eat the whole toe. Just take one step. Just one. You feel me? I'm gonna take that one step and do it. I can't say everything. I got a project I'm working on. I'll be telling you all soon. But it's something that I used to do years ago that I'm integrating back in my life because spirit really has been moving in me and to get back into it for a while. And I finally listened because I know it's something great for me. And with what I did today is I just took that one step. One step. It was simple, but it was challenging. And now I'm excited to reinvigorate it tomorrow. You feel me? Also, when it comes to another one step, you feel me? I told you, while I'm back I'm full stride in the music. Had an amazing jam session. Shout out to Craig Bailey, dope drummer. At C Bailey's Way on Instagram. You can find me at @base_iMANi at Instagram, and You could see all the clips and everything on there. It was an amazing, life-changing jam session. One of those jam sessions that, just make you just say, man, I love being a musician. So just those small steps there. You don't have to worry about being the best bass player, the best. Just, hey, just listen. Let me just jam with one of my boys, see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But talk to me, Coach. How about you? What's something that you feel like you overcame this week?
Hmm. You know what? I'm always overcoming something. I was going to say, well, before I get back into the overcoming something this week, you know, as hype men, as hype, how about hype professionals? Because we want to also make sure we include the women. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're talking to both the men and when we're talking to professionals.
Yes.
But even though the channel's name Hype Man, that's just what that's just what came to us. It's always good to have something in the back utility belt. You know what I'm saying? To be able to pull out or be able to pull up. And when you were talking about not wanting to tell it all, I was just thinking about, what me and your mom were working on. So I'm excited because we always have something up our sleeves. See, you just when you thought you knew me, just when you got common with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling
Sheesh.
something else out on you, and that right there is another, just another thing, when we're talking about the little bits, staying motivated, staying energetic, always have something in the back utility belt or something up your sleeve that your opponent never knew. Always be working toward another goal. Yeah, you might be getting, 25 push-ups, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you throwing them sit-ups in there or some curls or something different because we realize that the body is made up of a lot of different muscles. What books are you reading, about, as it relates to self-helps, how are you motivating yourself in those areas of your life physically, mentally,
Mm,
spiritually, and emotionally. Remember, we're energy beings. We just don't come at it in one way physically. One of the things I overcome today, this week is, man, I threw away a bag of M&Ms. I bought some M&Ms, one of them big large bags of M&Ms. And say I'm gonna just get that just a little snack on a little bit, a little every now and then. Ain't nothing wrong, with having that, but it's like, when something gets the best of you, and that was just something that I did. I said, you know what, I'm finished. I'm chucking these right now because I
mm,
just got back on from vacation, splurged, drunk the coffee that I wanted to drink, and just
mm.
had my time. But it's time to get back in rare form. That's another thing, just when you've disciplined, and that's what life is about. It's about disciplining yourself to stay in rare form, to stay, you know, having that place where you know what you need to do, and to get to that place being centered, you know. The weight that you necessarily need to do, to stay away from, certain sweets or sugars or, the different times you eat and what you eat, because all of those have an effect on our mental capacity, how long we stay up to do the project or work we need to do. We can't do that, when we're groggy, we're not instituting enough fruits and vegetables, or not enough water. We know. And so having a partner of accountability, hearing your stories and how you motivate yourself is keeping me motivated, keeping me on top of my game, making sure that the company you keep, is helping you move forward. So yeah, I took them M&Ms and I chucked them boogers.
Yes, I'm proud of you, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm proud of you, Coach, because like it's always hard. Like it's like you almost want to kind of just grab the little bits of you know M&M skim at the bottom. You just grabbing it, but it's just like I don't need this.
I just rather, if I'm gonna do some M&Ms because I want some M&Ms, I'll get some from for that time. I ain't gonna have the life size bag in my in my
Exactly,
freezer.
because we all say,
You gotta go what works for you. I tried it and I was like, yeah, well, man, not this one. What works for
exactly.
you? There was another thing that yeah, it was because I've been listening to some Jay Shetty, and
Yes,
I was a little critical on him at first just because of ego and pride. That's a young man, that actually had an opportunity to be and to work out and cast out. I mean, work out being a monk. You
Mm,
know, and man, he has some very uh, uh, amazing. He has an amazing experience, and he wrote the book Thinking Like a Monk. I hope I'm not misquoting that, but man, it's an amazing thing. He talked about um, I'm forgetting the word, but it should come to me. But it's about not denial, but it'll come to me. But he
mm,
said in essence he was saying it's not about things you know uh, controlling you you can getting away from things controlling you, but it's about not allowing you and now allowing things to control you. I know I didn't butcher that up,
no, you
but
good.
the way he put it, it was just amazing because you don't want to just take things out of your life and get rid of them and not have them there. He said the real part, the real control and the real understanding is having those things around and not allowing them to control you, if that
Yes,
if that if that makes sense. You
yes,
don't want to just throw away, you know what, I'm not doing any more, movies, or I'm not, I don't want any more friends, and I'm just going to stay here and be in my house and be a hermit.
right.
No, that means that those things have control over you. Have your friends, have your, the balance that you need in your life, but then you being in full control by saying enough is enough, or I've
Mm,
reached my limit. Like you said about the whole 10 o'clock thing. It's 10 o'clock. I'm about to get ready for my next day because it's important for me to get my day started. And if I'm going to sleep at 1 or 2 in the morning or whatever, or eating that late, then it's going to affect me. So yeah, I get certain things, but I'm not allowing them to control me. So
yes, exactly.
yeah.
And I love that, man. I love that. Hey, we love like while we have you all, I definitely want to say put down in the comment section what was something y'all triumphed over this weekend. What was a challenge that you all were faced with, and then said, "Nah, I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna push myself and be a little bit better." Put it down in the comment section. And while you down there, like and subscribe to the channel.
That's
Hit
right.
the bell. All of
Like
the
it.
above. Come on now. But before
Push that like button.
you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like that really hit the point where we want to go, and I gotta do it before we let you all go. We love you guys. We gotta do the beer
Beer
check-in.
check-in!
The beer check-in.
Man. How am I looking, Monty?
You looking good, Coach. I'm seeing you filling up right there. I'm seeing you feeling a lot better right there. Let's see the right side. There we go. I'm seeing growth on this side. There you go. Good. I'll also add on top of that. Uh, how do you get that beard to look fuller? Okay.
Mm.
And tip, in addition to all the products you use, a simple lineup, a simple just going like shoe and shoe will give the perception of a fuller beard. If you look
Wow.
here, I'm still working on this portion here. This portion, especially here, but I'm still working on this. It's not as thick as this portion down here. But giving myself just a slight line and going right here helps to give the perception of a fuller look. You feel me? So as you, of course, when you start, go ahead and just go ham and let it all grow in. However, when you're starting to see, okay, everything's going good, I'm gonna just start to go for the shape I want. Just give it a light line up. It won't hurt. You feel me? Like for me, you can only see half my cheeks now. So we're gonna make the put coach's tip down there. And actually, I want to start something new with you, Coach. Can
What's
you give
that?
us a health and wellness tip of the week? Talk to us, Coach.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go back to my favorite because I was going to talk to I hear about some of the guys that on the construction site that I work at. Some people deal with acidosis, acid reflux, and things of that
Yes.
nature. But I just want to share with the hype. You hear on the Hype Man channel, so we giving you the guys these amazing tips. well, as we giving tips, if you got a health and wellness tip or something that you do that actually helps you keep you on your game, make sure you write that down in the comment and share. We got to share these tips, because if you live life, open-handed, things are able to get in there and able to come out and more easily. So we don't want to just always hide these
Yeah.
opportunities. We want to be able to share them, amongst one another. But my go-to is the neem
Yeah.
and the turmeric.
Yes.
Neem and turmeric is such an amazing uh, um, product to be able to use it. I went to the health food store and I bought it in powder form. And you have to be
Mm,
careful again with the neem, because the neem is something that is very potent, and both of them assist with the digestive system. They are products that kill off germs, and they kill they have a lot of anti qualities that help the digestive tract, and
mm,
very, very helpful with just the whole body systems. And so the way I use it, this morning, first I, just to created the neem and turmeric balls.
mm.
Um, but now I just kind of mix it, and I just add, a tablespoon of the turmeric, and then like a teaspoon of the neem, and then add, that tablespoon and a half of water and mix it up, and
Yes.
then just create little balls. And for me, I'll take it. I've been doing it for about a month now, and probably do it for another month, and then I'll probably stay off for a couple of weeks. You never want to put yourself where you're dependent on a vitamin or a multivitamin or anything, because what I've learned from my acupuncturist is that the body, if you're eating right and resting right, then the body should create the vitamins and the nutrients that you need. A lot of times we get on all these different supplements because we're not treating our body right. We're not resting right. We're not meditating right. We're not
Yes.
eating right. And so therefore we feel groggy, we feel tired, and we think that if we add all these supplements, they're going to jump us up. You go
Right.
ahead and you fast, and but you, again, you got to consult your, yeah, you got to consult your doctor. But we put ourselves in these positions where is difficult to fast, and so we have to start, with the intermittent fasting, or, just small bits, and we just try, we increase. But it's going to feel uncomfortable. But the uncomfortable feeling is you detoxing, right? Getting
Yeah.
all those impurities out. And, you pushing yourself within reason and within limits, so that you have a clear mind, a clear focus, clear vision to be
Yes.
able to go forward with your goals. So that neem and that turmeric has been, my go-to.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, Coach. We love you guys. We pray y'all have an amazing day. Like, subscribe, do it, be great. Y'all be easy.